Yeah, I mean, think about the last couple of years. It's been injuries, it's been COVID, it's been having too many injuries to where they can't play. And so this is just another test for this team that has gone up against adversity time and time again.
And Kai Crutchfield, speaking of three-point shooting, she might be the best on this roster. Cunane going to work down low again. Boy, she is just automatic. The last game due to COVID protocols. They were shorthanded down in Atlanta over the weekend. Here's Taylor Valladay right on cue, getting Virginia on the board.
Coach Thompson said it, they're going to be motivated. They felt a sense of deja vu when those games were getting canceled, so they have nothing to lose here.
Boy, look at Cunane. Here's Amandine Toi. She's been the hot hand for Virginia. Would say the last.
Make NC State play some defense before they take those quick shots, even if it's a three. They're shooting well right now. They see there, easy layup. Just pick and go to the basket.
Cunane fighting for the offensive rebound, but Valladay controls it. Everything under control. Valladay. That's good, and we are even at 6.
On offense, where they were able to score. On defense, they were able to get stops, but they have to do it for 40 minutes.
Valladay against the double team. Gets it to go, plus the foul. Points and a chance at 7.
Strong body against.
In fact, she barely played in that opening quarter. Wes Moore gave her a nice long layoff. Great pass across the paint. There to find Alea Parker for the finish. Now Boyd from the ACC logo gets her own rebound and back up and in with 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Crutchfield, little hesitation move, and gets the bucket to go, plus a foul. She's got one here.
Tough move there. Crutchfield is one of those experienced players. Grad student, comes back, getting Cunane on the block with a smaller post player, trying not to go for that double, like you see there.
Well, Aziaha James has entered for NC State. Meanwhile, it's Kayla Jones knocking down the first 3 ball for NC State. Well, Jones saw that first one go down, and we'll see if that opens up the floodgates for NC State. Cunane blocked away by Parker. Jones, the follow-up, gets it to go. Very early minutes for the Wolfpack, and another steal by the Wolfpack here. Crutchfield on the move. Dump across the paint to Jones for the easy 2. Crutchfield lines up the 3, and that's good. Knew it was only a matter of time before Kai Crutchfield knocked down her first. Dale off the inbounds. And the shot gets the nice home bounce and drops. Virginia back within 7. Gets a screen from Clarkson, and her shot blocked away. And there's Crutchfield again coming up with it. Lobs to the wide open Perez and finishes with the right hand. And 2-man game there. Great feed for Cunane. She just couldn't finish, but second effort, easy does it. And the Wolfpack have that double-digit lead. She's had a couple of decent looks early in this third, but has not been able to get one down. And Wolfpack a chance to stretch the lead. They will do exactly that. Jakia Brown-Turner from downtown.
Well, it's a different look. We have Lawson at the point guard position, as we see Amandine Toi.
Midway through this third quarter, NC State a 13-point lead. Crutchfield on the pull-up, and that rattles home. You're right. I mean, Lawson, obviously just a different body type than Valladay, but it's such a different look for Virginia at the point. A lot of times this season when Cunane goes to the bench and Johnson is on the floor, Diamond Johnson, the 5'5" Rutgers transfer, will take over offensively, but it's Boyd this time knocking down the elbow jumper. But now getting into the meat of the ACC schedule, you look for really 8, maybe 9 that are going to see virtually all the minutes. Nice stick back there from Jada Boyd.
But it happens in practice when you're competing with the starters and you're making the starters sort of look bad. Amandine Toi for 3 again. Maybe she can get it going.
Here's an open James from the corner for 3, and she makes good on the opportunity. Lawson winding the clock down for one final shot for Virginia. Shot rejected. And there once again, Jada Boyd. North Carolina, you could say the same as well, but you knew they were going to be back very quickly. And I mean, again, when I say down years, they were still it's not as if they fell off the face of the earth. Down in Durham, and you know it's always going to be a good matchup when NC State and Duke face off, and that's going to be coming up on Sunday at 4 o'clock.
10-point, 15-point advantage on you. It's going to be really hard for NC State to get things going at that point.
Nice dump off across the paint. Beautiful pass.
They're doing the same thing. They're doing those moves, but they have a little bit more muscle on them, or they have a little bit more experience to them. But Jeff Walsh, he really just breeds attention to detail. And
because of that extra COVID year of eligibility. Amandine Toi, the steal and the finish with the left hand.
But like you said, there's another layer or another layer of players above her, but it gives her time to adjust into the ACC way that she now has to get adjusted.
Virginia back within 18. You know, frankly, this hasn't been the best offensive performance from this NC State club tonight. Toi, another finish with the left hand. Jeez. How many weeks is that off the top of your head, do you know?
Weeks, I'm going to say 71 straight polls, just because that's what the facts say.
Well done. You know, Wes Moore giving the reserves a lot of run here in this fourth quarter, but they have struggled on the offensive end, finally breaking that snap. And again, they had built up an even more sizable advantage. Got it up to 22, and that'll help there.
And this is a team that also thrives from the free throw line, this NC State team. And they're only shooting 63. Obviously, that looks good, but for a team that shoots 75, it could be better.
Johnson, the takeaway. Outlet for Miller, who wasn't looking for it. And the pass intended for Pitts, intercepted. Aziaha James again cruising in. Nice finish with the left hand. The only NC State player in double figures tonight. We talked about their excellent three-point shooting, and they've struggled tonight. We talked about how many players always score in double figures, and go figure, they've only got one tonight.
James is the only person on that line, 9 points tonight, that could get to the double digits. But this NC State team, they just haven't been having the best shooting night that we've seen them have time and time again.
Yeah, not necessarily as memorable as their last trip here, in which they set an NCAA record by knocking down 13 consecutive threes, but they do improve to 6-0 in ACC play.